Hello, everyone. It seems like everybody's doing a night review. Everybody that streamed it during the day is doing a night review tonight. It's very interesting. That doesn't usually happen, but it's happening tonight. So, and here's another thing. The jury selection. Hey, Officer Gray. How are you? The jury selection through crime or court TV, law and crime, Tallahassee Democrat, none of them have it posted to review or rewatch. None of them. So I'm having to stream it from Mentor Lawyer because nobody else has it. And I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen a single snippet of today. So I don't know how Donna's dressed. I don't know how any of it. So it's interesting. Officer Gray, was it good? I'm going to share screen here because this is the one I got up. You watched it? I had to work, so I couldn't watch it. I was like, oh my God, no. Last time she was up for trial, I took the time off. And well, that backfired. Absolutely backfired. Hello, Leah. Thank you. Yeah, the jury stuff was offline too with Charlie's. But I'm interested in seeing, really, majority of it is not even worth anything because you don't see most of it. So I'm just interested really in seeing how Donna looks. And I was told that Harvey wasn't there. And yeah, 6 hours of nothing. Jury selection's always boring. Always boring. But I did hear that they excused 25 jurors. So there's 25 potential jurors right now. I don't know what that's the morning session. I don't know how many they might have kept or excused in the afternoon session, but yeah, I do know jury selection is just really boring. But like I said, I just really want to see the beginning. 64 at the end of the day. Potential 64 at the end of the day. They might get to their 100. Yeah. So tomorrow they're going to do 50 in the morning, 50 in the evening. And then I guess Thursday they will just go over how many they kept. Because they're definitely going to get to 100 tomorrow. Yeah, it was very boring. I am surfing YouTube all day. Yeah, jury selection's always boring. The best part of jury selection is the beginning of jury selection. So you can see Donna, you can see everything. And I know there was, I did hear on STS that, who was it? Someone was saying, oh no, sorry, it wasn't STS, it was Trial TV. And somebody in their chat was saying that, she must have shackles on. She doesn't have handcuffs. No, she has neither on. Neither. Due to the fact is, if she was to go back into the jury room, like Charlie did, they cannot know that she's in custody. Not in a dress. Oh, so she's in a suit. Oh, is she trying? Okay. Is she trying to look like Jackie Fuller? Trying to blend in with the lawyers? Not stand out? Interesting. All right, I'm going to play this because I need. Yep. She's trying not to stand out. So, oh, well, no, because the jury really wasn't sat. Did they have the tables set up like they're going to be set up for trial or no? She looked a bit like her. Okay, now I'm interested. Now I'm interested, and I will put a thank you to Mentor Lawyer because he's the only one that has the stream without all the other stuff. I was going to watch STS, but I thought right now a lot of people don't are having an issue with STS. The table looked the same from what I saw, maybe pushed a little to the side, if anything. Okay, so they don't have, her facing the jury box right now. Donna looked like a homeless person. Geez, really? They didn't do her all up? They didn't do any of it? No volume? Very little. Her outfit was drab and ill-fitting, like Jackie. Oh, I hope the cameraman isn't bad again. So we managed to get through the first day of jury selection without a bombshell. I like it. I'm happy. She looked more like lawyer staff. Okay. Oh, she really is blending in like she's not the criminal. Yeah, no, they wouldn't show the courtroom a lot because they got to make sure that they get no jurors, no potential jurors on camera. Oh, I wish I could have been there for this. I'm so annoyed that I'm not there. So annoyed. We're back to the seal. Let's see if we can. This is the best part of doing the reviews, though. You can skip all that. Light blue button down and navy cardigan and black pants. Blue on black. Wow, she's really trying to blend in. Judge Everett's just thinking, let us get through today. Let us get through today. Okay. So there was no bombshells, no nothing. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Rochelle and crew. So sad Donna didn't have a makeup, hair, and clothing consult. Perhaps she is betting on the homeless look. She should have taken a page out of Sarah Boone. I figured I wouldn't miss much. Not with Not with jury selection. I would have thought a dress. She's not a dressed person though. I don't look at her as a dressed person. I bet you she's dressed different when trial starts. Because Charlie had, what do you have, 2 suits and different ties? I think it was 2 suits and different ties.
We're still waiting for an answer. Okay.
Oh, all the jurors weren't there on time? Oh, Donna Adelson. So I figured I'd just watch the first part of this. I won't drag it out for you guys. I know jury selection's boring. And then I think we'll watch Trial TV had some good things. They had the Tergoga House video, things like that. So Carl didn't do anything today. I thought he was going to do the trial. Donna's current hair color and style, I would have expected her to look like a hee-haw character. Mini Pearl. I thought they were going to dress her right up. Come on, sure.
2 and 15 have been located. They're just to be seated in the back. We're going to move forward with what we have right now. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Okay, not great. I'm giving you a proper greeting, looking you in your eyes. All I'm asking back from you is for the same. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
There we go. I'm Stephen Everett, one of your circuit judges for the Felony Criminal Division here in Leon County. You have been summoned here today as prospective jurors in the case of the state of Florida versus Donna Adelson. This is case number 2023 CF 3226.
Yes. Come on, show us Donna.
This is a criminal case. The state has charged Mrs. Adelson with the crimes of first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder,
He did.
and solicitation to commit first-degree murder. You will notice at times during this jury selection process today that I will be reading to you. It is not that I do not wish to have a normal or free-flowing conversation, but rather any explanation that you receive on the law during this process must be uniform and it must be specific according to the Florida Supreme Court. Is the state ready to select a jury in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the defense ready to proceed as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
And for the record, I'm noting that Mrs. Adelson is present in the courtroom with her counsel. I believe downstairs a few minutes ago, you spoke with Judge Ashenofi Richardson, where she went through the qualification process with you concerning who is actually eligible to serve as a juror in the state of Florida. What I'm going to do, just to make sure that anyone at this point would otherwise qualify to be excused by statute, I'm just going to confirm this information. By a show of hands, is everyone who has been brought up this morning at least 18 years of age or older? Please raise your hands. For the record, all prospective jurors have answered in the affirmative by raising their hand. Are each of you citizens of the United States of America and residents of Leon County, Florida? please raise your hands.
Damn it, I'm out.
Again,
I'm
for the
out.
record, the prospective jurors have raised their hands in
Right?
affirmative.
I wouldn't want an 18-year-old on my jury. No.
Are all of you residents of Leon County? Please raise your hand.
Another strike.
Again, the prospective jurors have raised their hands. Thank you. Do each of you possess a driver's license or identification card that's been issued by the Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles, or have you executed an affidavit as to your eligibility to serve as a juror? Please raise your hands.
I'm out again.
Once again, for the record, the prospective jurors have raised their hands in the affirmative. The next series of questions are basically just going to...
Could you imagine if I was a resident or a U.S. citizen and I lived in Leon County and I got subpoenaed to be on this trial as a juror? Oh, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. I was called when I was 25 and was immediately excluded by prosecution without being asked any questions. Really? You think it was because of your age? If they asked me, do you have a biased opinion? I'd like to think I would say yes. But I probably would say no. Do you think everything that you've learned about this case or seen about this case, you could set it aside? I'd like to think I would say no, but I'd probably say yes. Just to be on that jury. Oh, the defendant was your age. Well, it's supposed to be your peers, right? A jury of your peers.
Deal with whether anyone should be excused at this point or is ineligible to serve. Has anyone been previously convicted in a state or federal court of any felony crime or a crime of dishonesty, and you have not had your rights restored to you? If this describes your situation, please raise your hand. For the record, none of the prospective jurors have raised their hands.
Do you think they'd be honest enough?
Under current prosecution for any crime, either in a state or a federal court? Please raise your hands if this describes your situation. Once again, for the record, none of the prospective jurors have raised their hands. As to matters in which you can be excused by law, is any person here a sworn federal, state, or local law enforcement officer or investigative personnel?
That's a good question.
No hands have been raised in response to the court's questions. Is anyone an expecting mother or a parent responsible for the full-time care of a child under 6 years of age? All right. Sir, if that is, please form a line and I will deal with you momentarily just in the middle. Is anyone present 70 years of age or older?
Donna's got her hands up.
No hands have been raised in response to this question. Has anyone performed state jury service within the last year? And by last year, what I'm referring to would be August 19th, 2024 to today. No hands have been raised in response.
How many questions did he ask?
Is anyone responsible for the full-time care of a person with a physical or mental incapacity who is incapable of caring for themselves, and your presence will create a hardship? No one has responded in the...
I know, right, Armand? So no one over the age of 70, but it's supposed to be a jury of her peers. I'm not taking, I don't care who they put on there as long as they convict her, but it's supposed to be a jury of her peers. So why the age thing?
Affirmative to that question. Is anyone a full-time student between the ages of 18 and 21 years of age who is attending a high school, state university, private post-secondary educational institution, Florida college system institution, or career
Okay.
center? Right, if you please can stand behind the gentleman in the aisle. I believe we also have one new one by statute. Has anyone given birth within the 6 months before the reporting date on your summons, and you are seeking to be excused for that reason? No hands have been raised in response.
What does that matter? They already, so this is by statute, so it's new. But what does that matter? They already said, is there anybody that takes care of children under 6, blah, blah, blah. But now you can be excused from a jury if within 6 months you gave birth. But isn't that not the same question? Yeah, they are all outs if you want them. That's a weird question.
Right, one by one, if you please can come forward, and I will address the issue in which you responded to your questions.
And then there goes the camera.
To the court's questions, I should say.
Does the sound go off?
If the attorneys wish to listen to the court's conversation with the respective juror, might sound funny in the courtroom, some of the microphones over there, try to keep it
Oh, wow. At some point, there's absolutely nothing for hours. When do they show Donna? I want to see Donna. Okay, so
Anyone have any questions concerning this before you leave my presence? Please raise your hands. There are no bad questions, the teacher might say. Yes, ma'am.
they cut a lot of the sound this time. The screen stayed like that for hours today.
Exceptions on certain days, but that is the goal. Any other questions before we are dismissed? Yes, sir.
If we are currently here, we expect to return Thursday.
That is correct. Thursday at 11 a.m. Any other questions?
You said 11.
Yes, ma'am.
You said 11 a.m.?
11 a.m. on Thursday, report downstairs where you started off today. Okay. All right. I will see you Thursday. Oh, one more?
No, yeah.
Go ahead.
So if we're not the actual jurors that you guys choose.
Why would they cut it again?
Until after. So if I need to address it, then now I can address it. It's work related, but I know with y'all with court, that would be.
Say it the Thursday.
Okay.
Believe me,
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Just to reiterate,
They're already trying to get off. Cuff you. Hi, just subbed up, been lurking, but I really like the channel. Can you send me a Discord link? A Discord is, let me see if I can grab my link. Hold on. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I have Discord on here or not. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, bloody hell. Give me 1 sec, guys. I just shut everything down. This is why I should not be allowed to touch technology. This is why. Oh, boy. Okay. This is why Rochelle should not be allowed to do this, honestly. All right. I've went to Britain quite often and I have many friends. So I do say bloody hell. I say it a lot. I have a lot of British friends, so if I'm frustrated, I'm like, bloody hell. And I do tend to say rubbish. And I do tend to there's quite a few little slangs that I do. I do say. But I do also know quite a few Canadians that will say bloody hell. Oh, yes. I say brilliant all the time. I even say brilliant being sarcastic. I'll say, oh my God, that's brilliant. Or, oh, that's brilliant. Give it a little tone. Sorry, guys. I actually think I'm coming down with a cold. Okay, so I'm trying to, I have not been on Discord in forever. So my Discord is, bless your heart. Yep. Just like bless your heart. You can say it and mean it nicely, or you can say it and mean it very sarcastically. Like, oh, bless your heart, or bless your heart. Now, bless your heart. Bless your heart is Southern for F you. Yeah. And we don't sugarcoat it up here. We just say, fuck you. We don't sugarcoat it. We don't make it. It is what it is. So many channels covering this. I'm amazed. Even Grizzly True Crime is on it. I will be watching yours and perhaps EDB also. Yeah, EDB's doing it during the day. I was actually going to stream hers if I couldn't find one. So my Discord is just this, Crime and Coffee. When I get a chance, I will put a link in the description. So, well, that sounded like a lot of fun. Oh, there's Everett again. Let's see what he has to say.
Is the state ready to select a jury this afternoon? Yes, Your Honor. Is the defense ready to proceed as well? Yes, Your Honor. And for the record, I'm noting that the defendant is present in the courtroom with her counsel. I believe earlier this afternoon, Judge Riggins qualified everyone. However, I am going to confirm with the qualification if there is anyone that needs to be excused on a statutory basis. That will happen before we move on through our process this afternoon. When I ask the following questions, please raise your hands if you are responding yes to the questions. Is everyone
So
here?
this is the exact same thing we just seen.
18 years.
Over again, over again. Oh, was that Donna? Oh my God, this is worse than Charlie's. This, like, we didn't even get to see Donna yet, and it's already on Mentor Lawyers. It's already 7 hours into the stream. And Mentor Lawyer doesn't have Donna at all.
The first thing that we're going to do this afternoon is discuss what some of you may know about this case. This case has received.
Oh. Wow. Good on you guys that stayed and watched that long. Good on you. I'm just going to go and check another feed. You see her? It's it? Oh, maybe about 4 o'clock-ish. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to, if anybody doesn't know this channel, it's Trial TV Live. That's upcoming. Wow, that was worse than Charlie's. You would think they would have dressed Donna in a flowery country dress with a white collar, white pears, a box of tissues. Yeah, see, but that wouldn't match her. Like, if she's in a pantsuit, okay, that makes sense. But she's in like Officer Gray said, blue on black. And that just shows me she's trying to hide in the crowd of the attorneys. Wow. So this channel that I'm going to show you right now is called Trial TV Live. Very great, very, very good person. And there was one of the days. This is one of Charlie's, and the court case, we couldn't find it anywhere, or it was bad volume or whatever. And Trial TV had a feed of it. Pearls, not pears. Yeah, I'd be okay. Pears. And Trial TV allowed me to stream from his channel, which was greatly appreciated. But I want to see. Really great guy. So go over, show him some love, like, sub. Let me see. Where do we have?
Got a feed.
I'll just ask. As to that matter, does the defense have a position, or do you wish for it to remain? After going through anyone who needs to be excused who was not previously, I will give them their instructions concerning not talking to each other, discussing the case, or looking at any materials that are related to the case. I believe the reading material that's here in the room.
It's right there on both sides.
Okay.
Why are they?
Yes, provided for our prospective jurors some travel magazines, so they have something to look at while they're waiting to be screened. From there, again, they have their phones, they have their reading material. Other than that, the deputies are to ensure that no one is speaking to each other, and certainly no one in any way is trying to engage with content about the case. Does either party have anything they need to raise concerning this?
But can we go back to Ms. Dugan and I have a difference of understanding of what you said about how jury selection?
Oh, oh my God. Look what she is wearing. Georgia, you are the best. Oh my God. She's wearing the exact same suit of Donna's first trial jury selection. When it all went, George is wearing the exact same suit. Oh my God, she is brilliant.
I was gonna proceed.
Go ahead.
Start individual voir dire today, and the ones that are coming back, they're telling them back Thursday afternoon.
Yes.
I think that's too long. I mean,
In terms of what?
I don't think it'll take that long to do individual voir dire, to start.
If we need to tell them to adjust when they need to report on Thursday, that can be easily accomplished. But the goal being, if we need to go through at least 5 rounds of individual screening before we get to 100 or more, that would be the point of telling them to return Thursday afternoon.
Okay, so, but it could be possible to start group questioning Thursday morning.
Once we hit 100 that have gone through the screening process, then it could be as soon as 3 groups of 50. But hard for me to guess on that aspect. Does everyone?
They don't have it up right now. You click on it and it says feed not available. So they're making their feed available during the day, but they're not allowing it at night.
I don't understand. What's up? Okay.
George is
For the timing of the trial that we will discuss with the jurors and going through the aspect of hardship, again, my expectation is to tell them, including the process of selecting the jury today, that we may need their service for up to 3 weeks. If this changes in any way, obviously we will have to let them know. But we will also have our 3 alternates in addition to our 12 jurors.
Yeah, exactly. They're blocking like somebody like me reviewing. So I'm grateful for Trial TV, even Mentor Lawyer, for not blocking somebody. Like you could go on Court TV right now, you're not finding the trial. It's not there.
I think by statute and rule, it's clear this is a 10-strike, 12-jury case. Does anyone have an understanding of the contrary?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. Very well. If either party needs to seek additional peremptories, as long as the process that is identified by Statute and rule is clear. This is a 10-strike, 12-jury case. Does anyone have an understanding of the contrary?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. Very well. If either party needs to seek additional peremptories,
Holy Moses. Tell me Jackie Fuller is wearing blue. Or blue and black, or a combination of blue and black. None of her jailhouse students could have done her hair? Oh, no, that's because she's been transferred back to Leon County. She was in Wakulla. Oh my God, this is how they dressed her? I think Jackie made Donna up like a corpse. I'm dumbfounded. I expected more than this. At least Charlie, even though his suit wasn't all right, he looked way better. Oh my God. Like, I'm just getting a little sliver of what she looked like in. Seriously, defense counsel. Not a good look. I'm sorry. I would automatically assume this woman is in custody. I would automatically assume it. If they're supposed to go to the point where the jury doesn't believe she's in custody, they failed here. She's pasty white. Okay, she lives in Florida. No one's pasty white. Instantly, that tells me she's in custody. What? Sorry, guys, I had to stop it. I was like, so I wonder where Trial TV's live came from, because you guys said you couldn't see it till almost the end. And this is before they even speak to the jurors. Wait till she gets up. Donna got 2-for-1 deal with Jackie for a future funeral, and legal must have brought their mortuary makeup for Donna. I don't think, if it's anything like it, because Sarah Boone was in Florida, right? She wasn't allowed to have makeup. Remember, if any of you's watched it, she wanted to have someone do her makeup and her hair. And they said that legal assistants could do her hair, but they couldn't do makeup. Even because they were afraid of like contraband getting back into the prison. Well, it's on your face. It's not, but Charlie wore makeup. Do you think so? Because he was kind of pasty white too.
as long as the process that is identified by cases are followed, with that a proper ruling will be made. Does anyone have any questions as to that?
No, sir.
A white base. I love Georgia wore the same outfit.
We We'll wait then for our jurors to arrive so we can go ahead and get everyone properly seated in the courtroom this morning. Other than the camera operator, I'm going to need everyone who's seated on my left, your right of this room to come over and take the seats that are over on the right side, so that way we are filling these benches with prospective jurors only.
The only time Donna will have a full section.
For the members of the media that are present, again, I believe we've already gone over this, but no faces are to be disseminated concerning the prospective jurors or the selected jurors. No names, nothing that can identify them. As far as once a jury is selected, of course, you can report on the biographical breakdown, male, female, what their occupations are, things of that nature. But as far as anything that could specifically identify them, that is where the line will be drawn.
My first look at Donna was, holy shit, not much of thought went into that outfit. I think it'll be different for the trial, but okay, so Fuller's in gray. Oh, look, they got the Barker Beauties, the same as Sarah Boone had. So her hair's just pulled back in a ponytail. Blue, black, gray. Then you look at Sarah and Georgia. Wow, what a contrast from the state table to the defense table. Anybody scream gloom? This is gloom. They're all gloomy. Wow.
I don't know. I think so. Yeah, I said we'll wait.
All right, when you get an update from downstairs, please let us know when the jurors are coming up. We'll get them seated and then we'll get started. We'll have a brief recess until we have our jurors upstairs.
How does that... How does that not scream in custody? They're their legal assistants. Legal, I don't know what you call them down there, but legal assistants here. That whole side of the table is dark and gloomy. Paralegals, sorry, yeah. Yeah, they're paralegals, How does that not scream in custody her outfit? It's the Addams Family. Oh my God. Harvey better be shopping tonight. He better be shopping for a new outfit. I'm just saying. Make yourself useful, Harvey. If your wife has any hope, she needs a new fucking outfit. He's out shopping for an outfit. Oh my God. That can't be what she's going to be wearing during the trial. just curiosity. Let's see the contrast between Charlie's jury selection and hers. Yeah, exactly, Victoria. Exactly. Let's just get the contrast of. Oh, here we go. Deep dive. That's not jury selection. There we go. I got to share this screen. There's Charlie on his first day of jury selection. As opposed to how how her lawyers dressed her. I think she's going to. Maybe Dan Rashbaum was at least good for something. Like, you could tell his pants didn't fit him properly. It obviously wasn't tailored to him like he's used to. But wow. Way different. Huge difference in oh, maybe she thinks that the grandma look is a cardigan and a button-up t-shirt, button-up shirt. I wonder if she'll be wearing this exact same thing tomorrow. She does. Like, wow. I hope so, yeah.
You mean it's very sparse, but if you feel like it does the trick.
Georgia looks amazing. So yeah, like Trial TV got it for you, but you don't have it up. She's looking for Harvey. I would assume she knew Harvey was going to be there. You got to remember, he's old. This
you can bring another chair.
there's really nothing they can do.
Yeah, I'm
You know.
sure he's gonna roll on a chair. This is probably. So, or you can just sit on a house set, right?
No,
Why do you have it?
it's on
He's done, he's got it set.
Yeah. The worst case scenario, if I can't do this, it's just not real. So
There's a chance we can call.
I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, so Crowd got quite bored too. He was watching other stuff. Oh, that was her first appearance. Charlie's Tahoga house. Oh, hello from Cozumel. Pat, I wish I was in Cozumel right now. I love Mexico. Love it, love it, love it.
So I guess when she pleads, was my mic muted? I've got kitties flying around right now. I don't even know if my mic. Thank you, Aussie Gardner, for the Trial TV Live gifted memberships, and thank you, Sam.
Let's see. I'm just
And
trying
over
to
25 jurors out of the 50. So they're doing groups of 50. So they did 50 in the morning, 50 in the afternoon for today. Then they're going to do 50 on Wednesday, 50 in the afternoon, morning, Wednesday. So they're hoping to get to 100 by Thursday. And
Victoria, how do you think it's going to become an issue? That purist, I tell you, I think it's an upcoming issue just too similar to Jeff's card. It's total different make and model. How do you think it's going to become an issue? I'm interested in knowing. Because it hasn't become an issue yet. It actually was how they all decided that she tried to set up Jeffrey. But total different vehicle, similar color, similar size, but not, I can't see it. There's just no way it could be an issue. Hey, Mona. I came to the party late. So many of my favorites are here. Well, I was reviewing this jury selection. There's not much to it. We all knew there wasn't going to be. I was more so wanting to see what Donna was wearing, which is, oh my God, she needs help. And love that Georgia is wearing the exact same suit that she wore the day the trial, it all went. Georgia is the bomb. Georgia's a queen. Seems like I heard the word purist just now on the replay of a few minutes ago. Oh, I think it was Trial TV that was talking about how they got there, and I skipped ahead of it, but it won't become an issue in any trial. It won't. The first one they rented was a Nissan, but it was black. They screwed up with the color. Yeah. But they there's no way the car becomes an issue. There's no way to doubt the car because Sigfredo shot a hole in the car and they found the exact car with the hole. There's no disputing that was the car. There's no way of getting around and saying, well, maybe you got the wrong car. The car will become no issue at all in any trial. It wasn't in Sigfredo's, it wasn't in both the Katie's, and it wasn't in Charlie's. We did an improv last night for Donna Eve, and one of my props was an ugly black sweater like the one she was wearing today. Oh my God. Hey, Mona. Where did was that blah blah blah? Was that on Roberta's channel? And if so, I'll have to go and watch it. Oh, they're at sidebar. Why are you at sidebar?
times.
Oh, Judy's channel. I'll go check that out.
We're just
Oh, I'm
waiting
sure
on
I
the
will.
jurors to return at 1:45 at this point. Are there any matters that we need to address before we continue?
Do you think AA Legal Focus would mind if I showed it on here?
Can we approach?
Yes.
Now they're going sidebar.
Jennifer, Wendy has the kids. Wendy has always had the kids. She's never not had the kids. So Wendy has the kids. Rumor is that she went to Texas, then she might be in Colorado. So Wendy has always had the kids.
I love Judge Everett so
Well,
much. I
Spread
worry
Panic says
about how
Judge E looks.
the stress of
looks
this
grumpy.
two-part trial is
Don't be
affecting
grumpy, Judge
himself.
E. Don't be grumpy.
Oh, he made a great joke. He was joking with them this morning. I just seen it, but that's great. But
Celissa, or
I really
is it
think
Clissa or Celissa? I have to say
I really think that I think he is great at letting things just go. And he probably has a very amazing, happy home life. So when he takes that robe off, he's Stephen Everett, right? When he puts the robe on, he's Judge. Was it a short? He has a loving wife. Yep. I'm just trying to find that on A Legal Focus. It does. She looks exactly the same as when the trial exploded. She's wearing the same outfit. She's great. What? How did I get unsubscribed from AA Legal Focus? I'm trying to find it. Hey, Mona. Georgia's hair looks fabulous. Absolutely. Georgia does shampoo commercials on as a side hustle. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. I truly would not doubt it. Oh, here it is. 'Twas the night. Hey, Mona, I love that Georgia's face doesn't hide what she's thinking. Oh, me too. Me too. And her tone, right? Sometimes she just gets that tone that you're like, oh, she's not happy. She's not happy. That look right there is amazing.
the French way to justify my years of French class. I didn't see. No, it's all good, man. I was good, hell writer. My friends all had posters.
I know it. I'm like, take my bag. Free up or take care. Yeah.
Yes. So I honestly think, guys, that I probably won't do a review tomorrow night because honestly, there's nothing to review.
When I ask the following questions, please raise your hands.
We've seen
this case. However, before we start the questioning, I'm going to give you some very important instructions. Many of you have cell phones, computers, and other electronic devices that you have brought with you. Even though you have not yet been selected as a juror in this trial, there are some rules that you must follow about using your cell phone.
It incorrectly. Let's actually just get to it.
That is a separate video taken from surveillance agents that were in the area watching.
All right, so the woman we're seeing on the stairs here, is that Donna Adelson?
It is, and she's exiting the Icon, which is on South Beach, her condominium. That's the stairs coming from her condominium toward the street.
All right, please proceed.
Okay, bud.
He's dressed properly. What is her weird baby?
Excuse me, Mrs. Adelson? How you doing? Just want to give you this. Listen. Don't be scared. Listen, just want to let you know that you know that your family has been taking care of things when you do so for quite some time after your blood test was involved. And I want to let you know that my brother is incarcerated. He helped your family with this problem you guys had up north. And we want to make sure that he's going through some rough times. We want to make sure that you take.
They're going to look at this woman. The jury, whoever sits as the jury, is going to see this video. No doubt about it. They're going to look at this woman here and then look at the woman sitting at the defense table. They don't match up. The bump that will be her undoing. Yep. Like this person doesn't match up with the person that's sitting at the defense table. So is the defense thinking they're going to portray her like as, look, she's been accused of this. Look how much she has aged in this short period of time because she's not guilty, and that's what stress does to you. Look how much of life has been taken out of her. Is that what they're going to play? Like, come on. It's the only way they can get around this vibrant, bouncing person down the stairs to who is sitting at the defense table now. Exactly, Rochelle. And an innocent person would have ignored him and walked away. An innocent person would have instantly called the cops and never went to go pick your grandbabies up from the school when there's some dangerous guy threatening you. But she didn't even look at the piece of paper that he gave her.
Care of what he's going through, the way you're taking care of Katie and Julia. Well, this is what she did. Thank you.
And you definitely wouldn't walk after it, right? If you were scared, you wouldn't do it. Right. If someone come up to me and said my name and I didn't know who they were, I'd be like, I don't know you, and walked away. I wouldn't have had a conversation or waited to hear what they had to say. I don't know you. She's sitting there. I don't know who you're talking about. And not only that, if somebody actually did hand me something, the first thing I would be doing is, what the F is this? I probably would have looked at it while I was in front of them. Thank you. I was just trying to be polite. But how do you go right directly? I would have turned around, went back up to the apartment, and called the school and said, I'm running a bit late. They know she lives across the road. I know it's not going to take her that long to get there. Right?
Where does Mrs. Adelson go after the conclusion of the bump?
She goes into the elementary school there, to the door to the right, goes inside and retrieves the children, and then goes back to the icon back across the street.
And are those Wendy and Dan Markel's children?
Yes, they are.
So they're in school just literally less than a block over?
Right across the street from where she lives.
Okay. And when the undercover bumps Mrs. Adelson, do we know if she had a cell phone on her person?
We don't know that.
Okay, but you didn't take one out and make a phone call.
She did not.
All right. When is her first phone call after the bump?
After she goes back into the icon.
Okay. And the undercover references a name, Katie, actually two names, Katie and Tuto. Was there a strategic reason why the name Katie was used?
Yes, there was.
Could you tell us what that was?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, I know this is going to sound weird and everything, but when I see him in his hands, I get grossed out thinking him a dentist and his hand in your mouth. It grosses me out. I don't know why every time I see that image, I think of that, but I'm grossed out. I'm like, oh.
Basically, we believe that the Adelson family had been already in the public limelight because of the bad divorce.
Wonder if
We
Wendy
believe they possibly could
before they
be.
hit Georgia would know.
Back you up. Because of a bad divorce, they're in the limelight, or under suspicion for this murder?
Under suspicion for the murder because of the bad divorce.
Okay, I'm with you.
Okay, and then so we felt like Katie couldn't.
No.
We felt like Katie's name had to be put in there to let them know that it wasn't a random person just trying to come and extort them. That it had some legitimacy to it because the person actually was in prison. He's the one who did commit the murder, and he was the one that we wanted to portray that he was providing information to other people about the homicide.
And who is the first person that Donna Adelson calls after this bump?
Charlie Adelson.
Oh.
Right, Judge, at this time, I'd ask to introduce 124. This is a wire call summary
Be right back.
that I've created to assist the jurors in following along with these wire calls.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
124 is admitted at this time.
Judge, I've marked one copy for evidence. Would it be permissible to pass out copies so everyone can follow along?
Please show them to the defense, I guess.
Yes, sir. Judge, for the jury's purposes, will they be able to make notes on this and take it with them, or do they need to make their notes separately?
Defense have any objection to the jurors writing on the summary and taking it with
Not
them?
at all.
All right, hold on. I didn't want to play too much. What was after the bump? Okay, so then we get to a bunch of phone calls. All right, but we're going to go to this instead. So that's the trial channel. So now we're going to go to this one. All right, so these are wiretaps now. All right, so these are wiretaps. And this is from phone calls from prison. So let's check these guys out.
Yeah, no, I'll come down and see her that night.
Yeah.
So you find some time to see your sister, hopefully Sunday maybe. You know?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's the only day I can.
I know.
It's also the only day I have to do anything for myself.
Well, so do something for yourself, that's all.
Yeah, no, I'll come down and see her that night, Sunday night or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just means, like, if I want to take the boat out, I can, or do something like that.
Oh.
So, let me see what's going on. I mean, I talked to her, but
yeah. It's lightning out here. I don't know what it's like where you are, but
it's not raining, but it looks like there's rain up ahead.
Yeah. We haven't had the rain yet, but lots of lightning.
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand too. I mean, I'll try to come down and see him, but it's like it always depends. I mean, Sunday she has a party till 2, his birthday party till 2.
She has a birthday party, yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be after 2, and then you never know what other people are around or people who are visiting her.
No, I don't think she has anyone. She has no one visiting.
All right.
I mean, you could always try to.
I'll talk to her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to. It can't be contrived.
No, I know.
You know, so I can't. You know, that one day was like perfect when I came down, and I was like, oh, Mom, like I was happened to be working in Miami, and then you happen to have tickets, and then I got to go like talk to her for a little bit. I mean,
you can serve if you are over 70, but it's automatic get out of jury duty. Free card if you wish. Okay, thank you, Ray. Welcome. For some reason, I'm having a hard time seeing the screen tonight. Better get new glasses soon. Think about Charlie going to a nice restaurant after working all day in his dirty Jeremy scrubs. How disgusting is that? Yeah. How does this call is so damaging? You can even see it on Charlie's face.
Just, you know, but I'll talk to her. I mean,
yeah, well, I know it's going to be one of those times. It's like it's close again to her. Probably, I don't know whether she's going to break up with him or not. I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know if she's going to break up with him or not. But in my mind, you don't see somebody and then not see him on your birthday. That just doesn't make sense.
Well, let me tell you something. I'll talk to her.
I know you will.
I took her.
Sorry, I'm going to pause. I see something going on here. I just want to make sure we don't miss anything here. Just want to make sure we're not missing anything here. I just saw this move. I can't rewind this, so I just want to make sure we're not missing anything.
Yeah, they really screwed up the feeds this time around.
You guys did see that move, right? They went from the seal.
Trial.
I just want to make sure that we don't miss anything.
Yeah, you said that day. She said I'd miss it.
Well, she said with her life, I know. So it was all positive. I mean, you know, she said her life without him, she would be sad. And I was even talking to Bree about it. I mean, listen, as soon as like Dave dates somebody else, like if Wendy pushes him off and Dave dates someone else, like Wendy and the boys ain't coming over and hanging out with Dave's new girlfriend. Like they're not. That ain't gonna happen.
Bree didn't say that, did she?
Yeah, of course.
She did. Oh, so there's
Bree's very good friends with Dave. I mean,
I know.
What do you think? Dave's going to have the girl he used to be in love with and really wanted to date around the new girlfriend? No. I mean, what are you on crack?
She needs one more session with you.
I'll give her one.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do. That's it.
Because let me just tell you something, and it's like a double-edged sword. Her life is very, very, very good. And the reason her life is so good is because she's getting so much help from everybody around her.
I know.
Which makes the importance of having a husband there or whatever not as like crucial. And what I'm saying is like she has lots of friends and she has lots of family around her, and she has no financial needs that are not going to be met by herself. So now she's a strong, independent woman. So my point is it's a double-edged sword. It's like when you give your kid a trust fund, then you wonder how come they don't want to go to medical school and deal with all the bullshit and the lawyers and the aggravation and the fucking nonsense of medicine in 2016. I mean, it's nice you gave them a trust fund, but they stopped, you know, some of the drive, a lot of the drive is gone. I mean, I'm just saying, that's not an exact parallel, but it just goes to show you there's like an equal and opposite effect. I mean, if dad was insanely successful, I wouldn't have become a doctor. I probably would have done nothing. You know, so it's a double-edged sword. I mean, do you wish dad was insanely?
If dad would have been extremely wealthy, I wouldn't have became a doctor. I would have done nothing. Strong, independent women with Dan's money and living off her kids' money from Dan. Yep. It's unbelievable, these people.
Successful, yeah, but you know the problem is your kid goes, why the fuck am I going to bust my ass? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I think what you need to emphasize with her this time is more about what her life is going to be like.
Well, without the kids, I that's
right.
what mom trusts me.
And the children.
What happens is this: people only see today,
right?
And
not looking 3 years from now when she's 40. And the boys are not going to accept anybody else. They're not going to like anybody else. That's what she needs to say. And how good he is to them now.
Right.
And
I mean, this is the
thing. Will be
Mom.
Heartbroken if she breaks up with him.
Well, she can't pick her husband based on her kids, but this is what I'm telling you. I will talk to her.
I know. Charlie?
That's what I'm telling you. I will talk to her.
I know.
And I will do my best job possible. I mean,
I know.
That day that she was like, I literally, that guy Rodriguez or whatever, Rodrigo, whatever. I literally in 20 minutes took her from the point that she was thinking about dating him to saying thanks for ruining it for me. I'm not going to hang out with him anymore. I go, Wendy.
I know you're. Listen, I know you're good.
And then what I do is I let her fill in the blank. I go, Wendy.
Armand says, it's always crazy to me how these people talk like they did not do a horrible thing. Like everything is normal. It's absolutely insanity. How? It's like they didn't have a guilty conscience. Nothing. Their moral compass was off. It's off. It's unbelievable. Oh, Charlie, Mr. Wise knows it all, expert on everything and everyone, in prison in SD forever. Yeah, how did that work out for you, Charlie? How did that work out for you?
I go, first of all, he's a moron because he's sitting there talking to you and your brother, your dad's a dentist, I'm a dentist, and he's like,
all right, hold on a sec, you guys. I'm going to go back to the trial channel only because they have it in order. So I do like phone calls from prison. Nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, it's confusing, guys. Just hold on. Just bear with me. I'm going to go back to the trial channel. Just hang on. I know you guys are confused.
They
just hold
foiled
on a
the
sec.
plan ahead.
We're going to go back to the trial channel.
After the deed,
because they have it. That's just some B-roll, if you will. They're just basically just showing trial.
Wendy Adelson advised.
So just hang on. Let me go back to the trial channel because they put it in such perfect order. So we're just going to go back to this. That was awesome from the.
He's a great person. Great
phone calls
channel.
from prison, but we're getting a little out of order. So let's go back to.
But the reason I'm using it, Tennis Girl, is because crime. Oh, wow. Crime TV, law and crime, Tallahassee Democrat. None of them have the feed up. They have what they put there today, but you can't rewind it and So you can't review it. It's crazy. Hey, Mona did some reporting for them in the Semerenti trial. That was great. Oh, good job. Who is going to be in Tallahassee for this trial? Oh, man, I'm so mad that I'm not there. I'm so mad that I'm not there.
Let's go back to the bump and then the phone call right after the bump and all that stuff. So this is more in order. Now let's do this.
Going to the court.
And not that it's not like it just immediately jumps out that they implicate themselves, but they talk about the TV. Juror number 26 is excused. Pool. Those that remain may be on the jury. Some 50 jurors are now seated where the public would normally sit and filling up the jury box itself. It's a cross section of our community, mostly white, but also Black, Asian, and more. Some look excited, some look nervous. We're off to a good start as all are 18, all are citizens. One potential juror is the sole full-time caregiver for a child under 6. That person will be addressed by the judge directly, as will a couple of others who have exceptions. They'll be addressed one-on-one at the bench and will likely be excused. Judge Everett just gave a brief overview to the potential jurors, though he warns them it is not evidence. The most basic summary of the allegations: the Adelson family conspired to kill Dan Markel, the ex-husband of Wendy Adelson. Judge Everett says jury selection is scheduled to end on Thursday with trial proper to begin on Friday. That's what they're anticipating right now. He believes the trial will then last the following 2 weeks. We heard in the last pre-trial, which we will show before trial begins. We'll show that.
Hold on. I got to go back a second.
Closes at 4:30. Well, the court closes at 4:30. The rest of the court closes at 5:30. It's almost 5 here, you guys. It's 10 to 5. So we'll stay here until a little bit after 5 just to make sure we don't miss anything. But in the meantime, I'm going to read through what has happened. Hold on, let me just get to interact here. We're going to read through what has happened, what has transpired so far. Let's see. I got the mic up. All right, so we'll just leave it here, just in case they come back. So I'm going to read through what's transpired so far from Courtroom Insider. So this was 8 hours ago. Each panel of roughly 50 jurors will be brought into the courtroom, but then they'll be taken to a side room to be questioned one-on-one. It's like a survivor pool. Those that remain may be on the jury. Some 50 jurors are now seated where the public would normally sit and filling up the jury box itself. It's a cross section of our community, mostly white, but also Black, Asian, and more. Some look excited, some look nervous. We're off to a good start as all are 18, all are citizens. One potential juror is the sole full-time caregiver for a child under 6. That person will be addressed by the judge directly, as will a couple of others who have exceptions. They'll be addressed one-on-one at the bench and will likely be excused. Judge Everett just gave a brief overview to the potential jurors, though he warns them it is not evidence. The most basic summary of the allegations: the Adelson family conspired to kill Dan Markel, the ex-husband of Wendy Adelson. Judge Everett says jury selection is scheduled to end on Thursday with trial proper to begin on Friday. That's what they're anticipating right now. He believes the trial will then last the following 2 weeks. We heard in the last.
So Trial TV has an insider, and I don't know if you guys heard it. I'm saying that trial proffer will begin on Friday. What trial proffer? I've never heard that. Would that be where the jury is sitting and they get all their instructions? I've never heard that term before, trial proffer. So, yeah, opening statements begin on Friday. Okay. That means jury seated and opening statements. Hey, John. Okay, I just never heard somebody in the way trial proffer. I've heard somebody say, you know, jury instructions and opening statements. Okay, so there is going to be court on Friday. Wow. Okay.
Last pretrial, which we will show before trial begins. We'll show that tomorrow and Thursday.
Thanks, Tennis Girl.
I think Georgia Kappelman said she's expecting about 4 to 6 days, and then the defense also, Ms. Fulford and Mr. Zellman said that it would last. They're both thinking about 4 to 6 days. So you're looking at basically 2 weeks. I hear some noise.
How does the How does the defense case last 6 days? Unless, like, they still don't have their witness list posted. Leon County. I'm looking up Leon, right? No way defense takes 4 to 6 days. I would have to see their witness list to see how the heck they do that. I think their only witness can be Donna. I agree, Armand Fence, unless they're keeping Donna Rhea on the stand for 5 days. Oh, that'd be brilliant. Okay, thank you, Julia. But still, 2 to 4 days? That's long. When all I can see is the only witness they're actually going to have is Donna. And hello, Julia. Glad you're here. I'm just going to bring up the docket and see here if there's anything new today. What is this? Yeah, Wendy, because she is too afraid. And Robert, because he really has, I guess. Oh, Leon County is down? Of course you're down. Okay, we're going to go here for a second. Don't they have a couple experts on the list? Tim said there really is 1 to 2 days for defense. Well, they did have one useless witness for Charlie. Still didn't understand that female attorney they had testify. Yeah. I think Robert, honestly, they may question Robert about the birthday party. I could see that. They may question Robert about, the dynamics of Donna getting involved in their relationships. So this was posted to it just went in. August 11th. State of Florida versus Donna Sue Adelson, digital proceedings, motion hearing, expert of testimony of Donna Adelson. Representing the state, representing that. Witness, Donna Adelson. Oh, I gotta show you guys this. Let me see if I can make it bigger for you. So it says right here, Donna Adelson. Let me get this chat out of the way here for a second. Direct examination by Mr. Zellman. Cross-examination by Ms. Dugan. Redirect examination by Mr. Zellman. Donna Adelson. Direct examination by Ms. Fulford. Cross-examination by Ms. Dugan. Defendants Exhibit 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Certificate of Reporter. The following expert of testimony was transcribed as follows. The court. Does the defense have any other witness or evidence it wishes to present as it relates to the burden in this matter? Mr. Zellman, yes, Your Honor. Defense would call Donna Adelson. The court. Please come up to the witness stand, Ms. Adelson. Witness stand. Please raise your right hand as best as you can. So she was cuffed. Donna Adelson was called as a witness, having been first duly sworn, was examined and testified as follows. The court. You may take a seat. Please speak loudly and clearly. You may examine Mr. Zellman when you're ready. Thank you, Your Honor. Just a moment. Good morning. Good morning. Will you please state your name for the record and make sure you speak into the microphone? Is this a new doc? It just got put in today, but it's saying it's from August the 11th. Hello, Kristen. I don't know. If anybody runs into Patty Ann, please let her know that for some reason I can't get an email to her. And if she could email me, it would be greatly appreciated. Okay. So will you speak into the microphone? Answer. Yes, Donna Adelson. Question. Now I want to direct your attention. We've heard the call earlier, the call on November 7th of 2023 at about 3 in the afternoon. And for the record, that was a call number 561. Do you remember where you were? Yes, I was in my apartment in my living room. Do you remember who was present when you got that call? Yes, my husband Harvey and friends of mine. My attorney, Susan Brotman, and her husband Richard. You said your attorney. What kind of law does Miss Brotman practice, or did she? She does estate planning. Was Miss Brotman present at your apartment for the purpose of providing you with legal counsel? Yes, she was. And do you remember receiving a call from Charlie? Yes, of course. And where was Charlie at the time? So he was in a room by himself. It was after the conviction. Was he in jail? He was in jail. Okay, what did you do when you saw that Charlie was calling? Answered the phone. Duh. And you heard the recording that we played earlier? Yes. And you agreed for your call with your son to be recorded, correct? Yes. As the call was happening, do you know at what point Charlie was no longer on the call? No, only when I was talking, and then all of a sudden I asked him something, and I said, Charlie, do you hear me? Charlie. And I said it a few times. And he didn't respond anymore, and I knew the call was over. Now, in the course, during the time that your son was incarcerated in Leon County Jail, did that happen more than you know? Was that a frequent occurrence? Yeah, it happens. It happens a lot, unfortunately. And would there be times when you didn't realize at first that he was no longer on the call? Yes. Where in your apartment were you when this happened? So I was in my living room, and you heard your voice on the first call number 562, when you repeated, Charlie, Charlie, are you there? Right. Did you believe the call had ended? Yes. And what would, in times prior to this, what would happen after that? What would you do when that would happen? If he didn't respond anymore, that was it. The call was over. And what would you do with your phone? I'd hang up. Now, same thing with the call on November 8th of 2023, the one at 6:30 in the morning. Do you know at what point your son was no longer on the phone? I don't remember the call. In either one of these situations, or in both of those situations, did you believe the call was over? Yeah, the call was over. He was gone. And you went about your business? Yes. Now, with respect to the November 7th, 2023 phone call, when your attorney and your husband were present at your apartment, did you agree for your attorney-client conversation to be recorded? No. Oh my God. Are you serious? This is what they're going to try to do about that phone call? They're going to try to say she didn't agree to her lawyer-client privilege. Oh, I think this was that hearing where judge denied their motion to suppress the call. Of course, she knew she was being recorded. Oh my God. Did you agree for your conversation with your husband to be recorded? No, of course not. Now, the following day, did you agree for your subsequent conversation with your husband to be recorded? No. Now, you heard the recording to consent to this call. Press 1. The recording of this call, press 1, correct? Correct. And you hung up the phone after those calls were over. I thought I did. Mr. Zellman, just a moment, Your Honor. Nothing further at this time, Your Honor. Ms. Dugan. Hi, Ms. Adelson. Good morning. So, in the room with you during this call was you said one of your attorneys, Susan Brotman, your husband, and then also Susan Brotman's husband. Yes, that's correct. And he was not your attorney. He was not your attorney. No, he's not an attorney. You were informed at the beginning of the call that this is the one on November 7th that recorded you while you were all in the room. You were informed that you were being recorded if you accept the call. Yes. And that if you do not want to be on that recording, call that you needed to hang up the call. Is that right? Are you saying, does the recording say, question, right? If you do not want to accept the recording call, you should hang up. Answer, if you do not, yeah, no, I accepted the recording call. Okay, and you typically do hang up your calls, you said after. I mean, I think I do, yeah. Tennis Girl says, I'm super paranoid about that as well. I just hope no one says anything to or about each other. I really hope that. It would be nice if they all ignore each other. I'm trying to figure out what Hey Mona said. Oh, yes. I hope are you guys talking about at the courthouse? I know. I agree. I agree. Can't we all just get along? Just saying. I had to say it. And have you ever forgotten to press the button on the call before? I mean, it may have happened. I don't know. Sure. Has your phone pocket dialed? I don't know. People before? Has it what? Pocket dialed people before when you've been out of custody. Pocket dialed? Right. I don't know what you mean. Like if your phone is in your pocket or in your purse and it accidentally calls someone, you didn't mean it to. I mean, it could have happened, sure. Okay, and you also could have not pressed the button on your cell phone to end the call before, right? It's possible. Okay, it's not quite as big of a deal as it used to be when you would actually have to, like, hang up the phone. Right. Right, okay. Ms. Dugan, that's all. Thank you. The court. Redirect examination. Mr. Zelmer, briefly, Your Honor. Question. The consent that you gave for the call to be recorded, when did that end? It ended when Charlie hung up or when it whatever stopped the call. I mean, I don't know how it stopped, but it stopped. When the call was over with Charlie, it was over. Mr. Zellman, nothing further. The court, you may step down. Mr. Zellman, as to the bond portion of this, do you have witnesses? Ms. Fulford, we do, Your Honor. State would call Donna Adelson. The court, Ms. Adelson, you can retake the stand once again. You remain under oath. You are sworn to tell the truth. You may examine when you're ready, Ms. Fulford. Thank you, Judge. At the courthouse, on YouTube, anywhere. I agree, Tennis Girl. I agree. But dial mama, right? Not if someone is still in the mean girl middle school clique and forgot to grow up. But we can't. We all get along. I'm just not going to allow it. I can't. I didn't get pulled in. I stood up for Patty and I would do it all over again. But at the same time, then I started getting horribly treated in chat, through emails, things like this. And I just don't want that again. I think they will. No one wants to be banned from going to court. Yeah. But YT trash talking gets rough and makes me feel bad inside. Made me feel horrible. It absolutely did. All those Xanax interfered with details like hanging up a phone before you go on a matron rant, right? Yes. And this channel got a lot of trolls and flying monkeys and were very mean. Absolutely mean. And all I did was stick up for Patty. That's it. I didn't get in the middle of anything else. I didn't talk about people's videos. I didn't talk about anything. But yeah, it got ridiculous. Like, honestly, we would have, before all that, we would have 80 to 100 people in the chat every single night. And they just friggin' destroyed me. Yeah, I still have those emails. Yep. It makes chat the opposite of this chat. Right? Your 80-year-old parents know what pocket dial is. Yeah, it was horrible. I do not want to go through that again. They came at me from every angle. They came at me about looks. They came at me about being an SA victim. They came at me about everything. The trolls. I'm just going to say trolls. I'm not even going to name anybody, but the trolls, yeah. I would like to know the email addresses at Crime and Coffee Crew. I think MBM knows how to find where the email address was located and created. Oh, MBM. Oh, Murder by Maestro. I had to put it together. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm hoping it's not the people that it sounds like. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it is just random trolls, but boy, they know how to speak like certain people. But as we get back to reading this, Donna Adelson was called as a witness, having been first. Oh, pardon me. Miss Fulford. Ms. Adelson, at the commencement of the hearing on the motion to suppress, you said your name for the record, Donna Adelson. Can you tell the court how many times prior to your arrest for the charges that are pending in this case have you been arrested for criminal offenses? Never. And how long have you been incarcerated at the Leon County Detention Facility? Do you recall? 15 and a half months, 470 days. And within that period of time, the 470 days, have you been held in the same location in Leon County Detention Facility or different locations? Different locations. Okay, and your first location was where? First location was in solitary confinement on a direct observation unit. Do you know how long you were there? 50 days. 50 days. I forgot how long she was there. My suspicion has always been there are some that were jealous of the success you were having and saw you as an unwanted competition. Well, the one did say that, right? The one did say that. Not in exact terms, but the one did come at and say, made fun because I'm on camera and I spoke to every single person in chat. That's not how it's done. All of that. And then one said person all of a sudden started doing that. I was like, what? Just leave me alone in my little corner here. Because honestly, I had just reached, I think, 2,000 subscribers when all that came down. It was like, what? Just leave me alone. And where did you go following solitary? To the N pod. Like N as in November. It's an open pod, general population. I'm trying to channel my Donna snarkiness. So I was with 60 some odd other inmates all in one open area. And you had beds in your room, I assume? There were each sections off, about 10 women, and there would be a cement wall. Well, think about that, Crime and Coffee crew. You are on camera and you do pull up all chats, regardless of super chats or not. Think of YouTube's that don't do that. And I don't. If somebody was to give a super chat, I thank them and I do appreciate it very much. It's not expected. This is a community to come and discuss the trials that we are following. I have questions. I hear something, I have questions. Chat is the crew. The crew have questions. So this is how it all began for me, because when I first started watching Katie 2, that's when I first started watching. I'd be sitting there watching it on my TV and, in the chat, asking questions, everything. Chat's flying. You never get answers. You never get answers to this, especially like a Tim Jansen or, things like that, where you actually want to ask this professional in this field a legitimate question and you can't get it. So I was like, you know what? I want the community. And I was seeing chat, and some of the chats were getting frustrated because they're like, you can't get anything answered. Nobody talks to the chat. No, unless you pay a lot of money, you don't get your questions answered. These were comments I was seeing. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I start a YouTube? I am no professional. I'm no legal thing. I'm one of you. Right? I'm reviewing this. I'm watching this. And I want to make sure that the chat is heard and answered. It was bad. Yeah, it was bad. No, Tennis Girl, like I said, I don't know who it was, but it was bad. Yep. Gigi got attacked too. Girl, I was a big fan, girl, and funding members of YouTube channel where I was signed out, even as a paying member by the host, and he bullied me off. Wow. Not good. Yeah, not good. Oh, I love her though. I do love her. I think she's great. But she's part of that. Remember the Law Tube, right? She wasn't really part of the Dan Markel community. She was part of the Law Tube community. And then as she got bigger, she got a lot of hate from the Law Tube. And she's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. Yeah, I like her. Hey, trying to find a cure. How are you? Yeah, she didn't watch it. She's a latecomer to this trial, but she's amazing. I rarely enter her chat, but she did pull my chat one time. I think it was the Murdoch trial. Yeah. Because EDB, I was following her like crazy through the Johnny Depp and Murdoch trial. Yeah, she's great. But I even see others, like there's a few new smaller channels, which I think is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to get a list of them. I'm going to start putting their names out here and I'll support their channels, because the more people bringing voice to Dan's murder trial, the better. I also want to start trying to get more people on Allison's because it was just Adelson needs that. We need to get that out too. I can honestly only think of 4 of the original channels where I felt welcome in the chat. Oh, wow. That's it? And I have said, and I Tennis Girl, Jane, you all know I've said it. This is not a channel to me, it's a community. And that's the way I look at it. And it's the way I'm going to keep looking at it. Now, I'm going to say this. Yes, did Rochelle have a moment when everything went wrong with YouTube and then everything just went crazy in the world and I came on and did a rant of all rants? Yes, I did. That being said, I shouldn't have done that rant on YouTube because that's not what my channel is about. I still did it. I own it. And that, but we're here for justice for victims. And right now is the Dan Markel. We also need to start talking about Allison's mom. So I was joking around like I always do, and the host took it the wrong way and launched into a misogynistic attack against me. At first, I thought he was joking. You just don't expect that. Wow. Yeah, let's hope it doesn't go there again. I just hope it don't. But I will say this. I will stand up for Patty. Because she was there for me when no other YouTuber was offering help, nothing. She offered help. I had 10 subscribers. 10. She did not have to come on my show and link it to hers. She didn't have to do any of that. 10 subscribers. Thank you guys. It's awesome because of you guys. I'm just a talking head. Right? Let's hope. Let's hope none of this comes to needing anything like that. I hope so too. I hope so for Patty's sake because she's going through a lot right now. But imagine somebody that had over, I think she was well over 3,000 subs, something like that at that time, offering to help somebody that had 10. Yeah, hey Mona, I think you were in Patty's room when her and I did that show together. Oh gosh, I was so nervous. I was so bloody nervous doing that show. Oh my God. So we'll get back to this. There were each sections off, but 10 women. So there would be a cement wall, and then there'd be another 10 women and a cement wall. So it was fairly quiet, actually, even with that many women, because we were separated in small groups. So it wasn't that loud. Okay. And do you recall when you were taken out of the N like Nancy pod? Yes, in August. They said they had maintenance to do and that we would be moved to the annex, which is a building outside of the jail. Okay, and so I'm not going to be specific as to dates, but you were arrested in November of 2023 in solitary confinement for 50 days to whatever date that took you to. Adelson. January 9th, I remember. And then from January 9th all the way through some date in August of 2024. Correct. You were in the N like Nancy pod, and then you said you were transferred to the annex. Can you describe the conditions inside the annex, please? So the annex is kind of a temporary type building. It's not a brick building. It's kind of like a temporary building. And there are 66 women, all in bunk beds, all open, kind of one on top of the next. There's no separation at all. So one big open room, if you will. Okay. And how long did you stay? So from August of 2024 until when? How long did you stay in the annex? I was moved again on February 3rd, 2025. Okay. And where were you? Where? Here? Wow, the transcript is horrible. Okay. And you were here when the gentleman was testifying about the call buttons to alert someone if you're having a medical emergency. Was there one of those in the N pod? No. Was there one in the annex? No. I'd like to start the motion for bond that we filed in this case. As the court indicated earlier, one of the issues that we have raised are medical conditions that you're facing. So I'd like to start with your medical conditions and present some testimony to the court about those, okay? Okay. Hello, Rosemary. Hello, Rochelle and friends in the chat. Just wanted to come and say hello. Hello, friend. How are you? Okay, who? Aha, I think it is who I was thinking. And if so, I do believe that was who was bullying Rochelle, pretending to be FF and TSP, just my suspicion. I have to scroll up and see. I missed it. I missed who you thought. Oh, she didn't say a name. Okay. I'm scrolling through chat going, now I'm interested. We're not going to go over every medical condition you've had since you've been incarceration in the jail, but I'd like to start with one that you have that's causing you some pain in your leg and back area. Yes. Let me just start with this. Can you describe to the court the kind of pain and discomfort that you're having with this particular injury or issue? Yeah, it's I know what it is because I've had it in the past. It's sciatic pain. Oh, big whoopee doo, we all have sciatic issues. We all have sciatic issues. And I get like a pulling kind of shooting pain down my leg. Okay, and you said you've had it in the past. Do you mean prior to becoming incarcerated? Yes. At Leon County Jail? Yes. And during the course of time before you were incarcerated at the Leon County Jail, did you seek treatment for this condition? Yes, I did. And what type of treatment did you obtain for that? Xanax? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. It doesn't say that. Okay. Jane says, so I don't want to do that. I just wanted to support Rochelle. Been there, done that. Yeah. I know. No. No. I've never heard of sciatic pain in your arm. Oh, you know what? You know why her sciatic nerve was all of that was acting up? She's on concrete floors. She's walking on concrete floors. Probably not with great support in shoes. That triggers my sciatic. So I saw my orthopedist. And he gave me a steroid injection in my spine. How long were you suffering from the sciatic? Continue prior to becoming incarcerated. How long? The last episode? How long ago? Before you were incarcerated in jail, for how many years had you been suffering with sciatic issues? So no, I had it last about 10 years ago. I haven't had it all this time, but then it reoccurred a few months ago. And what was the treatment that you were provided prior to your incarceration for your sciatic condition? It was the steroid injection. And within 48 hours, it was gone. The pain was gone. It was amazing. And where do they do the steroid injection? Where is that in your body? In my spine. In your spine? Okay. Is that outpatient procedure, inpatient procedure? Yes, outpatient. Outpatient? Okay, all right. And during the course of the time that you've been in the Leon County Jail, did you start to experience sciatic pain again? Yes, I did. And what did you do when you started to experience pain? I wrote a sick call and I went to see the doctor. Where do you get these sick call forms from? From the nurse. And when do you have the opportunity to see a nurse to get the sick call forms? Well, they come twice a day. They come in the morning and then they come in the evening. And well, we'll get to what those times are at a later point. But if you don't get a form from a nurse, is there any other way to obtain it that you're aware of? No, that's the only way I've ever gotten it from a nurse. Do you recall approximately how far into your incarceration you started having sciatic issues again? I didn't have it until I was in the annex. So that was sometime over the last, I've been there 6 months. I don't remember the specific date, but I didn't have it before the annex. Oh my fucking God. This woman. So she's already called the annex a temporary building. And the annex caused her sciatic to act up. Oh, Rosemary. I know. I was at work and I was just waiting for somebody to send me a text or something saying, it's all good. They've got to jury selection. Oh my God. I think they were trying to suppress the mic call, yeah. But, oh my God, they put me in a temporary building. And they stacked all us women on top of each other. And now my sciatic is acting up because I was in a temporary building. Oh my God, this woman drives me up the wall. Hey, Mona says, part of Rashbaum's sanction should be that he has to sit in the gallery for the entire of the trial without speaking. Oh, that'd be brilliant. Who do we put him by? What YouTuber do we make Rashbaum sit by? Not Joel, because he gets along with Joel. Armand says she has extreme entitlement complex. Between the mean girls, well, one mean girl's not going. right? As far as I know. And once you start experiencing it in the annex, did you complete a form to seek medical attention? Yes, I did. Okay, and as a result of completing that form, did you have the opportunity to meet with someone in a medical center at the Leon County Jail? I saw the doctor there, yes. And what happened? And I explained what I had, and she said, we do not treat that type of problem. We could offer you some Tylenol. And did they provide you with the Tylenol? They did. And has that relieved you of the pain that you suffer? No, it's Tylenol. It's not going to do what I need to have done. No. Is there anybody else that has flare-ups of their sciatic? I do. Tylenol does help. Sorry, we all can't just pop into our friendly neighborhood doctor that pushes stuff on us and get a steroid injection in our spine. Oh, well, ML has went golfing with them. Or no, sorry, tennis, sorry. Is this transcript from the hearing for Donna to get out on bond? This was televised on YouTube. I believe so. Thank you so much, sweetie. I've known you go there and never held it against you. I also don't want to ruin it for you. Right? Same here. But if it starts acting up, hey, Mona, do you find that the Tylenol doesn't cure it, but it does take away some of the pain? I know it works for me. I gave myself sciatic moving into my first new home 5 years ago. Worth it. Was it a temporary home? Or was it a temporary building? Because obviously temporary buildings are triggers for sciatic. As Donna Adelson would say. So sometimes since you've been in the annex, you made your first request, for treatment for the sciatic issue. Have you requested treatment more than once? Yes. Okay, and have you received any additional opportunities to meet with any of the medical staff regarding this pain? No. What happens when you request treatment and you don't get to see them? Do they tell you that you're not going to be allowed to see them again? What happens? No. Usually I wait a week, and if I don't hear anything, then I'll write another one. And I'll write, this is the second request, or this is the third request. And then I think they said, I think I got an answer. They sometimes just answer it and give it to the pod officer, and she'll hand out papers at night, which is the response to your request. And on that one, they said, you're already getting pain medication for this. That was the Tylenol. And the pain medication is just regular Tylenol. Regular Tylenol? At some point, did you have an opportunity to speak to someone in medical care regarding a potential way to resolve some of the pressure in your leg for use of the medical mattress? Yes. So while I was down with the doctor during one of the visits, she said, you know what might be helpful? Because you're sleeping on metal and the mattress is maybe a 1/2 inch thick. Maybe, she said. What would help is if I could get you a medical mattress for you. I had never heard that term before, but I said, okay, if you think it will help, that would be great. And she left the room. She went into another room and then came back in and said, yeah, I thought that would be a good idea, but they don't have it here. So my best thought for you would be to get a second mattress, so it will be thickened. It will thicken it a little bit. That might give you some relief at night. Oh my God, this woman. This woman is just horrible. Rosemary had a perfect description. Yeah, he could sit by Harvey. I don't think that's punishment enough. I want someone that's going to make him squirm. Not friendly. Someone that he is so worried to make a movement because they're gonna roast his ass. Oh, if I was there, I would do it. I want him to squirm. Morgan Honeycutt. Yeah, there you go. She'd be so sweet and nice. She'd probably carry on a conversation, but he'd probably be thinking, if I make one wrong move, she's roasting my ass. I've seen some intense content recently about the horrible living conditions of the children that Charlie. Oh. I wonder if Rashbaum will attend Donna's trial to support Donna as her surrogate son and let her know that he bought a $2 million mansion with Charlie and her money. That's right. She would be nice. Oh. But sometimes being sweet and nice for people like Rashbaum or Harvey or that, they're frightened of that. They're petrified. Good night, Michelle. So yeah, this is just all about her trying to get a mattress. No, she wouldn't be mean to anyone. No, you're absolutely right. That's what I mean. They fear kind people. They fear them. He would sit there squirming in his seat the whole time. I'm going to be sitting on pins and needles wondering if the defense is going to have a surprise that double extortion came out of nowhere. It did. Well, no, it did and it didn't, right? Because he kind of let it out in the opening. I'm just wondering, are they going to do an opening in the beginning or are they going to wait till the beginning of their case? Hey, Mona says, I'm out too. I got to meet someone down the street. Have the best night. Justice for Dan is brewing again. Thank you for the good company. Thank you for being here. Hey, Mona. And yes, the justice train is rolling again. Hopefully there's no dynamite on the track up ahead. Yeah, that's what I meant. It was a curveball at the beginning, and I suspect they will pass their opening and wait till their case starts. Oh, I hope not. I hope not. Rosemary says, that is funny at Tennis Girl 101. Poor Harvey needs a friend. I wonder if Dr. Graber will attend or Wendy's common law. Hey, Mona, looks like guilty is catching up with Harvey. He looks horrible. I thought, you know what? I was expecting this guy was going to be living his best life without Donna around. He looks horrible. He truly does. They will do their opening after the prosecution does theirs. You think right in the beginning. You don't, Rosemary, you don't think they're going to wait until their case starts? I hope you're right. I want it right in the beginning. I want to know what we are looking ahead to. Yeah. Supposedly he did that to the reporter and then asked her if she got a good picture. Oh my God. I thought Rashi did the stupidest thing ever when he gave his defense away in opening statement. Yep. Oh, Rosemary, I hope you're right. I do not want to wait until... Oh, no, I don't. Yep. Part 2 of Donna's defense. It's not me. Hey, Paul. At last, another Adelson on trial, right? Yeah. And puzzle pieces. Even his closing was horrible. His closing was absolutely horrible. And it went on forever and ever and ever. I was like, this is like that. This is the song that will never end. It keeps going on and on, my friends. That's what I'm like, oh my God, Rashbaum, shut up. I think that's her defense. I absolutely do. She has said that, right, though? Hello, Melissa. It was creepy. Great look, Harvey, at your wife's murder trial for offing your ex-son-in-law. You grandkids would be proud, right? These people don't think. They don't think about optics. They don't think that their words matter. They don't think. Yeah, and he told Charlie was a closer. He was a closer already. He was putting us all to sleep. Georgia was so happy going up against Rashi, but I worry Jackie will be formidable. I heard somewhere, I'm not too sure where, that Georgia and Jackie don't get along. Donna looked like a mature student going to class with her notes and pantsuit with her hair pulled back. Oh, she looked like she just got pulled off the side of the road like a drowned rat. Yes, optics, right? These optics are horrible. They don't care. They can't think 2 steps ahead of their own step. It's ridiculous. Yep. He's showing up for Donna Rhea, but neither felt like need to show for their son and tried to flee the country, abandon him forever. Well, because remember that one phone call where Charlie did say something about nobody there? Donna understands the optics of that. She understands that what that looked like. Yeah. Okay, so you heard that too, Kristen. Good. I'm not the only one. Last night's roast of Wendy was amazing. What an amazing podcast. Press that like button and subscribe. Thank you, Victoria. The defense going to be way different. I think they actually know when to make an objection and how to cross. Yeah, don't just stand up and hope the judge wants to see if you want to say something. That's probably exactly why, John. Probably exactly why. She is sure that everyone sees her as sweet and elderly. Wait until they hear some recordings, right? It's gonna, I don't know. I still think it will be a slam dunk, even with slightly better defense attorneys. I agree with you, Melissa. I agree 100% with that. And what's Donna going to say when she gets convicted? It's all Judge Everett's fault. He was the cause of me losing Rashbaum. I would have made it through. I would have been not convicted if I had Rashbaum. I had to settle for Tallahassee lawyers. Oh, I'm hoping Charlie actually testifies. If anything, she has less chance than Charlie. He didn't have a one-way ticket to Vietnam, right? Look what Donna and Harvey did to Rob. Donna and Harvey only use people, including their children, when they can get what they need from them. What kind of parents sacrifice their children to commit murder? Exactly. And I think that's exactly kind of what you're saying there, Rosemary, on what Rob's going to bring to the trial if he testifies. I think that's what he's going to bring, of how much his mother was willing to sacrifice his happiness to make her happy. Seems like a home run for the state, Donna, is going down. It'll be downright hilarious, people. That shaky, whiny voice on the stand, and then all her bitching recording on the wire. Oh. I want to hear her, how she's going to justify those Nazi emails. How she's going to justify those. She's the only one that can explain that away. How is she to do that? Do you all think there are wiretaps on Wendy's phone? I believe it's odd. Only Donna and Charlie had taps. At least that's all we know for sure. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's more. I think we're going to hear more because, okay, here's how I looked at it. Both Katie trials were Sigfredo, Katie, Charlie, right? Both of them. The second one was Katie and more Charlie. It was almost like Charlie was on trial also. Charlie's trial was Charlie and Donna. Donna could have been on trial. She might as well have been. So I think Donna's trial is going to show us how Wendy's trial is going to look. For Georgia to bring up Harvey's birthday so many times seems like she knows something. Rob may testify to what happened on that day. Yeah. It was Harvey's idea, Rochelle. Yeah. Always Harvey. Blame it on the next one down the line. Can't wait to see her explaining for the two of us, and this TV is 5. I think she's going to blame that on Charlie. I think she's going to say that when they met in person and they had the conversation, Charlie told her what was happening. He told her that, we have to be careful what we say because the Latin kings are listening in. And he gave her code words. I think she's going to blame it all on Charlie. She justifies the uniform by saying she was insanely protective of her child. Got it. As a Jewish woman, though, how do you defend Nazi uniforms? As a Jewish woman. I don't think there is a way to defend that. And I'm not Jewish. They didn't suspect or follow Wendy until later, but we know Donna failed to delete stuff from Wendy. Oh, there goes the... Why does this do this every night? There we go. The two of us, me and my shadow, silly. Oh. I know the feds followed her because they videoed her dropping off kids. Yep. I wonder if the defense would call Charlie as a defense witness. Oh. I never thought of that, Rosemary. I never once thought that defense could call him as, but because obviously he's going to say the same thing. Nothing he would say to the defense would hurt his appeal because obviously he's defending his story. But Charlie's not going to testify, I think. Yeah, only on rebuttal. I'm wondering if there's okay. Is there a way for Georgia to, if she can get Donna to say something that then makes Charlie have to come in for a rebuttal? We all know Georgia's clever. Do you think Georgia could pull that off? Does anybody think that Georgia has a game plan to make that happen? Because honestly, that's a lot of money. You think he'll refuse to testify at all? In Texas, they recorded Wendy dropping off the boys. One cop said, "Look for the Hispanic male. You're in for a show." Oh my God, two exhibitionists. Unbelievable. Charlie's a big question mark. He could be the curveball, but I think you are correct, John Smith. He's not gonna. The optics are priceless. The optics are priceless. If Charlie will plead the fifth, then his lawyers would have filed a motion by now. They haven't. There is something else going on. Can it please be what I've been saying? Can it please be that Charlie knows what the future looks like for him? None of the other Adelsons know. Charlie knows his sister put him there. Could it please be that Charlie is going to throw his sister under the bus. Oh, God, please. Charlie Adelson, if you could do one thing right in your miserable existence, give us Wendy. Give us Wendy. The only thing Charlie won't get on immunity deal with the defense if he decides to testify, right? I think Charlie believes he's getting his appeal. This is the only time. You remember when, Katie had that great deal offered to her and she gave it up? And they gave her extra chances for Charlie? And she wouldn't take it? Charlie, this is your only chance. This is it. Because once your mom is convicted, they don't need you no more. This is the only chance you have to give us Wendy. When the jury finds out they flew in Chuckles from SD and he refuses to help his mom, if for his appeal, the optics will be worth the cost. Yeah. I don't think they would know that he's there. Because he's not going to be, if he's just going to be sitting in a cell, right? The jury wouldn't know that he was there. Katie didn't even have a fake job description made up. I know I'm out there, guys. I know I'm reaching. But maybe I know somebody said he knows that his jury is, or he may get his appeal. I'm thinking, appeal's just going to give him a new trial. That's it. But if Georgia wants Wendy really, really bad, why not put on the table a chance of parole? Why not put it on the table? He's never going to get out. Life with a chance of parole plus 30 plus 30. I don't believe they're running consecutive. Do you really believe Charlie would throw himself on a sword for his mom, Donna, to protect her, or would he lie or not testify to save himself? I honestly don't think he would throw himself on the sword for Donna. I think Charlie he has spent so much time, jail, now prison. Prisoners talk. Prisoners, there's probably been so many prisoners that has said to him, man, your family fucked you over. You were the puppet and they were the master. And prisoners know things. They know what's going on out here. They probably have said to him many a times, your sister threw you under the bus. He doesn't have Donna in his ear anymore. He's got these prisoners he's listening to now. Donna can't even get to him. Once you're separated from a narcissist or however you want to describe the relationship between Donna and Harvey or Charlie, that separation has got to do something. The problem is if Charlie gets a new trial, I'm sure his parents will pay for his attorney And that means they won't advise him properly to flip on the whole family. Let me see if I can make one. I'd have to make it quick because my thing don't let me do two split screens. So Donna on Wheel of Fortune. Let me see here. Donna Adelson on Wheel of Fortune. And then you want Donna today? Is that what you said? Donna today? Wheel of Fortune and Donna today. Okay. I don't have a good image of Donna today. It was hard to get one of her. But should have been Psycho Killer on Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Yeah, it's really buyer's remorse. You're right, Jane. Okay, and then let me just find Donna, another one of Donna, bad one of Donna, and we'll put it together. Let me see. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. Give me one sec, guys. I will get this for you. Sorry, chat. I apologize. Charlie is a bit of a wild card at John Smith. He's such a leech and so arrogant and cocky and a pathological liar. You can never trust him and never know what he will do. Yep. Better run away to Vietnam. What that is, I think out of all the stupid things they did, not getting a return ticket. Not getting a return ticket is unbelievable. The stupidest thing she could have ever done. Unbelievable. They would have been able to say, oh my God, it bugs me that they did that. They would have been able to say that they were just traveling. That's it. That's all. But nope. Miss Donna had to. Sorry, guys, it's getting late. My brain's not thinking. I'm losing. Sorry, guys. One-way ticket is the stupidest thing, but now I think see what the prison snitches will be more stupid and a bombshell. Oh. It's just, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I think, how much weight do you think a jury is going to put in somebody that's in prison? Especially knowing that they might be able to get a better sentence or whatever if they snitch on someone. Okay, so I'm just doing this to get this picture here for you guys. Bear with me. So there's Donna now. And then Donna at Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Oh my God, what a contrast. Oh my God. What a contrast. I'm going to share this screen with you guys. Oh, it was Tennis Girl. It was horrible. And Jane, you're right. There'll be more evidence of guilt than of innocence. I couldn't find one of today, so I found this one here. I hope the phone calls come in with Donna and Harvey planning more hits to off witnesses that will testify against Donna. Can you imagine, Rosemary? Oh, that would be brilliant. Victoria says, thank you, Rochelle. She's no wheel watcher anymore, but definitely a mischief maker. Yep. Wow. I'm sure George has got a lot of stuff that we don't know. She looks better in orange, Leah says. Look at the two. I agree. I agree, Jane. Those snitch witnesses messed up the state. I think maybe acting as an agent for them. I don't know. I hope not. Dr. Rob, prison snitches. Oh my God, it's going to be amazing, right? It's going to be awesome. I am going to be, so on my days off, I might do those days live. But the days I'm at work, oh, I'm going to be dying. I do probably think I'm going to have an ear pod in, because I'm not going to be able to wait till that evening to know what's going on. Emily D. Baker is going to cover this trial in Code Red Lafo. Not sure if you all watch her, but she turns her background red when she gets cray-cray at trial. She's great. I didn't hear any motions ruled on at all. Donna, the domestic coordinator, to jailhouse inmate. How far Donna has fallen. Well, remember, she also was a teacher to jailhouse. She taught math, and she taught people how to read. You know, that should go a long way for her. Wouldn't. I think by her telling me that she thought that was going to make everything right. Although, I'm not going to lie, I did pretend that I did not know much about this case. Yeah. In camera yesterday about it, but haven't heard any of the outcome, and there's nothing in the docket about it. So she's still giving. Here you go. Well, then, Kristen, you and I will be on the same page when we do a review in the evening. Hello, Karen. Has anyone ever considered that Harvey may have orchestrated the whole thing and the family were in fact his puppets? No. I'd like to hear your reason for that, but no, I've never thought of that. Wendy, her interview and how she instantly said her parents have the more reason to hate Danny than anybody else, and her brother, she, within the very first beginning, threw them all under the bus. If Harvey was the orchestrator, then his daughter, he didn't orchestrate very well. I know. I wanted to, but it's just impossible. Kristen says, I was married to a family like this, and the dad was real quiet, but he reminds me of Harvey, the puppet master, and we were too young to clue in. He does. He parrots everything Donna says and does. But I would be interested in hearing Karen's point on that. Like, not shooting it down, because you never know. We might be missing something. Somebody sees something we didn't. Look at what we seen with Wendy in her interview. Look what we found with Jeff Lacoste in his last interview. I would have never heard those things if I didn't have my headphones on while I was cleaning my house, wasn't looking at the screen or anything. I was just listening. And I heard those two tidbits, and I'm like, whoa, what did I just hear? I'm so upset. I should be in the skies Friday for openings. Wish it was last week. I was on reserve and did not get called at all. Was so bored. Oh, I'm so upset too, because I should be there, but I have to stay in Canada. How many years does everyone think Donna will last in prison? Will she survive 5 years, 10 years, or possibly 15? Rosemary, my opinion is she finds a way to unalive. I don't think she will stay going. Title it The Mischief Maker. Yeah. If I threw my family under the bus, they would cut ties immediately. Exact opposite happened to Wendy. Make it make sense, right? But again, it goes back to those two boys. Donna wanted to relive her Rob and Charlie years with those two boys. Donna was placating Wendy so she could have those two boys. And, there's a little saying called, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. Maybe Donna realized her own daughter was quite an enemy to them. Right now I'm at home. I leave early Thursday morning for Nashville on reserve, but I think I'll get a trip this time. Oh. That'd be nice if you could be there, tennis girl. Just think how scared the defense is now that they can clearly see the jury and tally. Yep. Why, thanks. It's quick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to be there so badly. And I wouldn't have minded. I would have sat beside Harvey. I truly would have. Oh, boy. I would have. Hey, Dave. Welcome. Donna owns Harvey. She says one word about Harvey being involved. He knows he'll be going to prison, just like Donna. That's the only reason that Harvey is so loyal to Donna. Donna says jump, Harvey jumps. I made a career change, Dave Lowe. I am still a CPA, but decided to pursue my dream of flight attendant. Oh, that is one of my dreams. I would love to be a flight attendant. Oh, that would be awesome. I think I'm too old for that now. Flip the image and it might look like the current Donna is looking at the old Donna. There you go. Rochelle just wants to jump out of a plane. Yeah, I love flying, though. I love flying. Don't blow your cover with the pen pellets. Too valuable. I could send her the song so you don't have to. Oh, I don't mind. I ain't talking to that bitch anymore. I saw evil in Harvey's face in his latest photo. I think it's the other way around. Harvey says jump and Donna jumps. I saw evil in his face too, but I still think that yeah. Dave, you're afraid to fly? I'll be able to watch recaps at night in the hotel, and if it's slow again, I may get to watch while I wait for a call. Reserves suck, you all. She's looking at her older self thinking, what did I do? I wish Ruth would testify. Donna would have no chance then. I think Ruth is being saved for Wendy. I agree, though. There would be some optics, wouldn't there? That would be some optics. You could be Harvey and Donna's surrogate daughter, Rochelle. Donna wouldn't mind considering you and Donna are... Oh. Listen, let me tell you something. That wouldn't go well for them. No, that would not go well for them. First off, I don't have a filter. Second off, I really don't like narcissistic people and manipulators. I don't. And I can almost, alarm bells go off. That's why I stopped talking with her, because I just couldn't take it no more. I couldn't do it. I was trying, and it was really hard to be nice. It was so hard. Even I was like, can't do it. Evil human being she is. Evil. She wouldn't like it. She wouldn't. No, she would not like it. I would be in an orange jumpsuit. Let's just put it that way. Let's just cut all the crap. It would be me in an orange jumpsuit because I took one for the team. That's what would happen. I don't want that to happen. You know what I mean? No, it's okay. No, I wouldn't arrest myself. I would speed up the process of justice. And then I would end up in an orange jumpsuit because I sped up the process of justice. It wouldn't be a hamster wheel anymore. It'd be a damn wrecking ball. Hello, Lisa. How are you? I hope Ruth testifies at Wendy's trial. Wouldn't that be something? I would say she would. I would say she would. Well, if they testify, they'll know, right? If they don't testify, they won't even know they're in the building. And I'm sure there's going to be points where Georgia says your son has been arrested, or like, you know, they're going to have to bring up Charlie's name. How pissed is Wendy that she has a jail sister? I know she's not her mommy's only princess. She's been taken. Somebody has taken Wendy's place. Oh my God. Unbelievable. But we're here, guys. We are finally here. We only have a couple more days until the trial actually starts. You might have to be careful that Donna and Harvey don't put you on their hit list. Because, Rochelle, you talked to Donna pretending to be someone else. No, that's not true. I did not pretend to be someone else. I was me. I just didn't say I had a YouTube channel. I didn't say I was Crime and Coffee. I did not talk to her and pretend that I was somebody completely different. Bumble. Hi, Rochelle. Great to see you. Hi, Coffee Crew. Missed you all. Donna's looking at the hairstyle saying, what was I thinking? Right, Bumble? It's nice to see you. Donna had big hair in that blue dress. Yes, with the shoulder pads. The shoulder pads evened out the hair. Yeah, no, I never pretended to be someone I wasn't to her. Because honestly, like, I wanted, because you all knew my plan was to go to this trial. And she literally said, "Oh, it'll be nice to have a friend there." And I was like, I'm no friend, bitch. I'm no friend. But I didn't come out, and I wasn't rude. I wasn't mean, because I wanted to find out things. But she was tight. She was very tight with information. Not about information about the jail or what she was going through. She was tight about the information about the crime. Oh, there we go. Dave says, how can people murder another human being? Don't they have any fear of Almighty God? Not these people. Not these people. Hello, Lisa. I agree, Rosemary. If anybody has read Ruth's book, you would totally agree with Rosemary and I that Ruth will probably testify at Wendy's trial. And if you haven't read Ruth's book, you should. It is a very, very good book. These people don't even act like it was like it's some kind of dream that they are not even a part. How they took themselves away from that, I don't know. That would eat at me daily. It's a good book, isn't it, Kristen? Yeah, I don't know how they... Just shows you what kind of evil is out there. What kind of evil actually exists amongst us. That there's people that could do this and not fizz them one bit. You know, never once did she say, she in her emails was, all she would say is, poor me, this is what I'm going through. Never once did she say anything like saying like Luis and Sigfredo, like, how could they have done this to my son-in-law? Nothing. It was always me, 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 me. I would have sat wherever I could get a seat, honestly. And I would have, I've spoke to Ruth, and she's a lovely lady. Lovely, lovely lady. I wouldn't have mattered to me where I sat. I just would want to have seen this evil human being getting convicted. And see that another one has been put in prison for Dan. I wouldn't have cared where I sat. Now, would I have wanted to sit by Harvey? No, no, no. Because again, I don't have a filter. I probably, if I had to sit beside Harvey, I probably would have been removed from the courtroom and not allowed to come back. So the best place for me really would have been at the back of everyone. But no, I would just, Rosemary, honestly, I would have just sat wherever there was a seat. Lisa said, anyone see Donna today in court? She looked like a hobo, poor old lady. black oversized sweater with a blue shirt, hair tied back in a ponytail. She looked horrible. Her lawyers really need to do something. While you spoke to Ruth, she was a successful businesswoman, wrote a book about it. I bet Wendy was jealous of her. Oh, 100%. I did. Organically, I got to speak to Ruth and I got to thank her for being the inspiration during my time of my horrific time. She inspired me to be able to carry on. She inspired me to be able to stand strong in a courtroom. And I got to thank her for that. And it was the best thing ever. And you know what she said? You did that. I appreciate what you're saying, but you did that. And she's an amazing woman. She has, I would say she could have a mental image of what I look like, because she said, how would I know it was you in the courtroom? So I give a mental image, a gist of it, so she would know, because then I was still ready to go. But then everything went, and now I can't go. Or I would be going. Wonder who will be there on their side. Couldn't pay me enough to sit on their side. Donna looked like she was wearing Jackie's hand-me-downs. I think, Melissa, she was. Yep. Her book, watching how strong she is in court. And I thanked her for that. I thanked her. She doesn't know me. She didn't know, while she was sitting there going through one of the most horrific things in her life, the most horrific thing in her life, that her strength was coming through that TV screen. And she gave me courage to go every Thursday to court, to stand in front of my perpetrator every Thursday. So I thanked her. Wow, how did you meet Ruth? Love her, loved her book. So a lady reached out to me on here, and because she knows Ruth, and she's heard my story, and asked if it would be okay to put me in contact with Ruth. And I said, absolutely. And that's how, and so my phone rang and it was Ruth Markel, and I answered it, and I literally almost started crying because she's an amazing human being. And that's how I spoke to Ruth. Haven't met her in person. No. Spoke to her on the phone. And the only other person that knows is I called Patty right away. Patty, guess who I just got off the phone with? I was so happy. Yeah. But no, that's how it went down, and she's an amazing human being. So is Phil, and so is Shelley. But it was Ruth's strength that came through that TV. It was how she was still so very poised and grace. Like when she's on the other shows, she's just very kind to everyone. I think he will. They've went further this time with Rob. And everything. I think they will. She seems like a very special woman and can't imagine what she endured the whole family. Exactly. And that's exactly it. Like, this woman has gone through hell and back, and then hell again, and then back again, right? But she still can sit there and be this pillar of strength for her whole family. And I really did. I needed to see that. In a woman, I needed to see that. And honestly, when I sat in court every Thursday, I was, for almost a year, I would sit there and say, in my head, I would be like, how would Ruth sit here? She was my strength. She was an image of strength. And I used that image every time I was in court. I think they are still doing jury questioning. It's a second round or something on Thursday. Yeah. There would be no opening statements till Friday. No openings. Funeral home closed off the last corpse. Jackie was like, oh, you know what? I don't have time to go shopping. Let's go see what I can borrow. This person doesn't need to be dressed for a few more days. We'll just borrow those. I met Ruth and Phil Markel at the STS book signing last year in Toronto. They're the loveliest, sweetest people, so kind and genuine. I was supposed to go to that book signing, Rosemary, and I got so bloody sick prior, and I was so devastated because I had said all the time that I would love to meet Ruth and tell her thank you. And I was so excited for that book signing, and I just couldn't go. I was too sick. Everyone say a prayer for George and Sarah to have the wisdom and the fortitude to convict Donna and bring home justice for Dan and his sons and family. Well said, Dave. Well said. That one gets pinned. Yeah. That would have been nice if I was able to go, Rosemary, because I would have met you too. Yep. And so after that, I went to Dan's resting place, paid my respects to Dan. I only thought that was appropriate to do since I'm on here talking about a man that I've never met. So I thought it was just appropriate to go and pay my respects. So I done that, and I had one person on here that wanted me to go live, and I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not going to do that. Yes, Melissa, I'm Canadian. And that was another thing that drew me to this case because of Dan being Canadian and his parents still living in Canada. So I'll be right back, guys. My dog wants out. I'm hearing him go, Be right back. Here. Oh, sorry about that. Joel and Carm signed a copy of their book, and Ruth signed a copy of her book, The Unveiling, for me. And Phil took a selfie with me. It was a very moving experience. That's amazing, Rosemary. Hey, Wesley. Hey, everybody. I'm still awake, but not for long. I wanted to drop in and support CNC. Thank you very much. And I will be making this an earlier night tonight because just last night I was up. Oh, my goodness. So I'm not going to review tomorrow's jury selection because that's just a waste of time. So it's up to you guys. Do you want to listen to Donna and Charlie's phone calls or take a break tomorrow and then come back at it? Totally up to you guys what we do tomorrow. You're watching in bed. I know I cannot take my whole computer to my bed. I would, guys. Honestly, I would. Lori Daybell was also on Wheel of Fortune. And Wendy was on a game show. Some kids, what was it, Nickelodeon or something? Remember, they asked her what she wanted to be when she grew up, and she said a giraffe. I'd like to hear the calls with James, Lewis, and Katie. Oh, yes. Phone calls? All right, that's what we're going to do. Kristen, we could do a Jeopardy trivia game of this case. We all know so much. That's a great idea. Weakest link. Yes, sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Julia. Oh, it's going to be an intense 2 weeks, but I love it. We could always watch Donna get arrested. I love Donna getting arrested. I like that trivia. Okay. How about everybody send in a question to my email? Send a trivia question. We'll get it all from all over. Phone calls are good. Okay. Donna in the paddy wagon is a classic. Yes, it is. It's like winning. It's so much better than losing. Oh, Melissa, I know there's so many. We haven't watched Paddy Wagon. Hold on. That was Donna's transport to Tallahassee. Correct. Let me just see if I can find it here. Donna's big hair diffuses big earlobes. Yes. Trying to find the transport video. Huge mystery development leads Donna Adelson's. Is this it? No, that's not it. Yeah, I think that's just going to work really bad against her. because they're going to see this person, right, on the videos and the phone calls. I think that's going to work against them. I think that's going to make the jury think they're trying to deceive them. George Dixon. I wonder how Wendy will look after getting locked up. Like her mother did. Those fillers are going to fall. Her face is going to melt. That's how she's going to look. Wesley says, Rochelle did a great job. Thank you. Did you check out Wendy and her new boyfriend with his hand on her ass, Rochelle? I've seen the picture. Yeah. Right, Julia? I agree. The jury may think the gray hair is a put on. Yep. And here's my view of what she looked like today. My opinion. They're supposed to look like they're not in custody, right? That's the whole reason they're not in an orange jumpsuit. So the jury doesn't think they're already in jail for these crimes. She screamed in custody to me. Her outfit, everything screamed, she's in custody. And it's a big fail. It's an absolute fail on the defense team. I don't care that they're failing already. I'm okay with that, but it is a fail. Wesley says Donna Sue's whole getup is a put on. Yep. My client's just a poor dead grandmother, right, Jane? Like, we'll watch her Donna to sporty South Beach granny to the corpse bride. There you go. Would anyone let both Charlie and Donna go free for Wendy conviction? That's a tough one to ponder. I would not let them go free, Dave, but I would offer Charlie, because like I said, he's the only one that knows what his future looks like, what their future looks like. They don't know. He knows. He knows what the rest of his life looks like. There's no chance of anything changing, no nothing. I would offer him a chance of parole for Wendy. He's not going to get out. Life with a chance of parole, 30 plus 30. He's not getting out, but he still has that chance. I would offer him that chance for Wendy. That's just my opinion. Honestly, if you think about it, it's also for the Markels, because I would think Wendy's trial would be the hardest on them, the absolute hardest on them. Because she was part of their family. She was willing to do this to the man she was supposed to love. If any little piece of tidbit could make that less on them, I would do it. Melissa says, totally agree, said this for months. Yeah, I would do it. You was right, Rochelle. Harvey will be at the trial. Yep. Pardon me, guys. I think I'm getting sick. I said that from the beginning. He'll be there. One of her emails said, Harvey will be there. And he's there. She was not going to sit in that courtroom with nobody behind her. She understood what that looked like for Charlie. That was not going to be for her. She was not going to. I wouldn't be surprised that they pay people to go to court and sit there. I wouldn't put it past them. Did you see Harvey waving with both hands at the still? Oh, that was disgusting, Julia. These people, I said this earlier tonight, these people do not think of their actions. Your family is being accused and convicted of murdering your son-in-law, your grandson's father. You're going to do this and you're going to have your face plastered all over that your grandsons could possibly see this? Like, you're going to do that? You might not respect the court. You might not respect anything. You might not respect the Markels. Obviously, you don't care about your grandchildren either. Georgia said in the last hearing that the state case would be similar to Charlie's trial. What gets me is then why they did not then arrest Donna sooner. The state got cold feet with double defendants when that hung jury happened with Katie. I believe they got cold feet with that one. Monica Jordan said there's no avenue for Charlie to get parole for flipping. Well, she's way smarter than I am. I'm just saying I would offer it. I wouldn't be surprised if this took a page out of the Karen Reed playbook and auction off the seats to pay for the lawyers. That's probably a good chance. Do you think the state wasted money bringing Charlie to Tallahassee with an open appeal and his narcissism? He will stick to his crazy extortion story or just take the fifth. They wouldn't put him up if he's going to take the fifth. If anything, like Georgia said, he is a rebuttal witness, which means he's only going to rebut something that somebody says. He's going to stick to his story. I would like to think that he's there because he wants to make a deal. But again, just me. I bet they bought plane tickets for people to attend. I wouldn't doubt it, Jane. I absolutely wouldn't doubt it. No, I wouldn't let them go, but I don't think they need Charlie and Donna to flip on Wendy. They have the goods on her. She knew that her brother hired a hitman. She planned the murder and cover up. She did. Dan Markel would never be ass grabbing Wendy at a fundraiser for immigration. Nope. He was classy. He was a good man. Actually, let me just share this. Let's put up a picture of Dan there. This is what Katie is hoping for, helping a chance to get out. But I don't think she has any more. Unless there's actual conversations between Katie and Donna, I don't think there's any more. The ex-Miami Adelsons never miss an opportunity to act inappropriately. You're right. I hope you are right, Crime and Coffee Crew. I hope I am too. I have been up since 1 a.m. West Coast time. I'm poop. Night, everyone. Good night, Rochelle, and be well. Thank you, Wesley. Thank you for stopping in. Dan M. was all that and a bag of chips. Yes, he was. This is a man that would go to his boys' daycare just to have a little extra time with them, to eat lunch with them. This is a man that Ruth wrote in her book and said that Danny kept repeating, "My boys don't have a home anymore." We all know that there wasn't certificates and all this plastered in his office. What was plastered in his office was pictures that the boys drew. In Ruth's book, she talks about how he had string from one wall to another wall, and he would pin up the boys' pictures in the house. All over. He loved his only crime in, I guess, the Adelson's eyes. He loved those boys, and they didn't like it. The boys hit up the lottery with Dan as a dad. Yep. And I'm sorry, what kind of, it's just disgusting. Rochelle said Wendy may have a OnlyFans. I had lots of naughty fun coming up with OF names for Wendy. I wouldn't doubt it. She's that type of person. Who knows? You might be looking at Wendy's toes. You know what I mean? Oh, God. Like, and Dan loved, like, the descriptions in Ruth's book. Dan loved Wendy. Tamara even said how much he loved Wendy. But unfortunately, the mom is Wendy, right? I don't think they would. That's the sad part. That is the absolute sad thing. They were 3 and 4. I don't know how they would be able to remember their dad. And here's another sad thing. In this amount of time that they've been taken away from Dan and living with Wendy or the other Adelsons, you and I probably know more about Dan than those two boys do. I would almost bet on it. And that's sad. We know how much he loved those boys. We know more about his life than those boys do. I have not read Ruth's book. Did she talk about Donna's demeanor at the funeral? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. But Wendy didn't love Dan. She hated him enough to have him killed. Yeah, that's right. No, I didn't say she did. She was supposed to. Right? John says, I wonder if the Markels have home movies the boys could see if and when they choose to. I would hope so. I would hope so. What do you think Wendy tells the boys about their father, uncle, and grandmother? Well, I'm pretty sure she's told her boys that uncle and grandmother did this bad thing to their dad. I don't think she brings up a conversation about their dad. I don't think she does any of that. Her hate for Dan was greater than her love for the boys. Absolutely. Absolutely. I sort of felt like Ruth, that the book for her wrote the book for her grandchildren. There was so much about Dan in there. Yes. I think also the book was to get all her thoughts of that period and get it written down. Harvey has zero class. Sorry or scary to see him waving his arms and smiling at the camera. What the hell was that all about? He was just mocking the media. That's all it was. Mocking the media. Literally then turns around and said, "Did you get a good picture?" That's what I would have done. I probably would have lost my job. I'm just telling you right now. I think she was probably run down Dan just like Donna did. I would probably agree, John. Good night, all. Work tomorrow. Sleep with the angels, friends. You also, Dave. Good night, Kristen and everyone. Thank you, Rochelle. I think at this point, we've got Dan up here. I'm going to say, as I say, is all the time. Please, everyone, keep Dan in your prayers. Keep those two boys in your prayers. I don't care who you pray to. Any higher power, send your prayers out for full justice. Full justice for Dan. He deserves that. Full justice for the Markels, and definitely full justice for those boys. They don't realize they need it right now, but they are definitely going to need it. Someday, they will be able to look back and know the truth. And that's what matters. Dan Markel, we are here. We are not going to let your story go into the shadows. We are here till the end. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you all. We're finally here. We're finally going to get Donna. Justice for Donna, too. Not the same form of justice. Dark pit hole of justice for Donna. Keep the state attorneys in our prayers. Send them all the strength they can. Send Ruth, Phil, and Shelley strength too, because they deserve it. They need us. Oh, there we go. Keep the Markels in our prayers too for this next 2 weeks, because they're going to need every single minute of our prayers. That being said, everyone, thank you so much. Be good to yourselves, be kind, and see you tomorrow night.